and I've been really busy. So in my previous video, I showed you the process of dyeing and spinning this yarn. I have or had 5 skeins in total, and my plan is to knit a vest. And this is the progress so far. It's been a few days actually, or more like 2 weeks, and I've been busy, but this is how much I've gotten. It looks very nice. I quite enjoy the color variation, and I'm expecting that once I block it, it's going to stretch just a little bit, but not too much. And the texture is also very pleasing. I'm really enjoying how this looks. The obvious issue now is that I have 2 skeins left, this much done. So my plan is to use some of the white that I had, which is basically the same as the onion dyed yarn, and maybe have some striping effect. I'm not too sure yet, but that is the plan so far. Now, I'm not using any specific pattern. I'm just using some inspiration pictures that I like, and I see that the trend is mostly vests that are used with high-waisted like skirts or pants, but I don't really have high-waisted pants or skirts, just regular stuff, so I'll have to make this a bit longer. And I'm also interested in making a wider opening from this section to the armpit instead of just having like this tight fit where you do decreases and then go up and then have your ribbing. I just want to have it straight, and then the ribbing will go like past the shoulder and maybe even flap a bit. That's fine by me. So that's my plan with this, and I'm thinking I might have a V style neckline. So that's the progress so far. The greatest challenge now is figuring out how I will alternate the remaining yarn, and yeah, and then take it from there. Summer is almost here, and I'm always thinking of Tour de Fleece. And I'm always having this feeling that I am missing out. And that's mostly because all this happens in July, and in July I'm doing other things. And well, it's very, in my mind, it's poorly timed when you live in the Nordics and when you use that July period to just do other things like travel or visit family. It's not that easy to carry a spinning wheel. I mean, I suppose I can do take a spindle or something, but it's not the same thing. So I feel slightly like I'm missing out on the whole thing, and I kind of wish that we had a similar event. Maybe during the winter when it's most natural that you are already forced to be inside. I think that would be a lot more fun. But there's all of these trends and initiatives going on, and basically I can spin whenever I feel like it. So it's not that big of a deal, but I guess it's human to want to be part of something not just doing it by yourself, which is basically what I'm doing now. Which is also a bit strange. I'm part of a local guild, and many of the members there, they can do lots of traditional Norwegian crafts, especially those related to making the traditional bunad, which is the traditional Norwegian folk dress. But I have yet to meet a person that knows or is interested in spinning yarn, which I find very strange because we're surrounded by sheeps and wool and a bunch of antique spinning wheels. I don't know. So, so yes, I guess that is where my feeling of missing out comes from. That there's a bunch of people doing a specific thing during a certain time of the year, and I just, of all the times of the year, that's the one time I can't do it. So, I don't know. Do any of you feel that way? I'm rambling. So, somebody in the comments asked if it bothered me that this part wasn't completely dyed because there's wax here from the manufacturer. So, you see right here. So, then that prevents you from staining it. You could technically remove all of this and then stain it again, but I didn't bother. This was fine for me. Like, I could go in there again and fix it, but it doesn't bother me. It's also this part here. Maybe it's more prominent here, and you could just go with a little brush and dye over it. So it's that, this, and then over here. And I do have to say that this wood really sucks everything up. I've done another waxing I think 2-3 weeks ago, and I feel like it's rather dry again. So technically I could go in there again and do another wax, but it's not as bad. But it's for sure a bit dry. And I only did, I believe, one coat of the stain. If I were to do another coat, it would be quite darker, but then you wouldn't see the wood grain as much. And I really enjoy looking at the variations, especially here at the Whirl. Like, look at this, that's very pretty. I like looking at these small details. Although I've been very busy, I've made quite a lot of progress. I'm done with the front part, and I'm nearly done with the back part as well. So the next step is to just join the top part. I'm losing a stitch here. And then just polish it up and maybe do a, well, we'll see. I'll have to check how it looks like after I've joined everything. And I managed to organize myself. Here is the last of the yellow yarn. So I really managed to use the whole thing. And I'm really liking these stripes. I almost wish that I had done the whole thing striped. The contrast is really nice. And on the back part, it's just a solid yellow. It's not the best yarn. It's not, but it's not as rough as I thought that it would be. Not at all. And it gives it a very nice texture, I think. So this piece might be really nice also in the fall. when you're getting all the orange and yellow colors. So that's what I've been working on, and yeah, I haven't done anything else other than that. I'm really eager to just finish this up, um, and then start a new project. I have I have two other fibers in my stash that I need to spin, but I don't think I want to spin that now until I've used up some of my yarn and also made progress on this sad turtleneck that I'm trying to do. I'm just really not motivated there, but I don't know. I just want to finish it up. So that's that so far. And I finished my vest. I really like the colors and the stripes. Even the bag is pretty nice. I could have maybe done a bit better here, but it's not bad. I mean, I said I wanted it to flap a bit, so that's fine. Yeah. I honestly wish that I had done the whole thing striped. But maybe next time. I'm saving a lot of my onion peels again, and I have quite a lot left. So I think I might dye some more yarn a bit later. Not too bad considering that I did not follow a pattern. I totally winged this. What do you think? I like it. So now that I've finished this vest, I'm not quite sure what I want to do next. I almost want to make a whole sweater with the leftover yarn that I have. Although I don't think that I'll have enough. Maybe I have about 8 of these, and it took 6 skeins to get this done. So I'm not quite sure. And then I also have a bunch of mohair. This I got about more than a year ago actually, and I thought it was so pretty and I could not resist. But I think it might look nicer in this form than actually just knitted. I mean, isn't that what it is with these sorts of skeins? That they look really pretty as is, but then you knit them up and then they look like something else altogether. Yeah. And then I have these and this really pretty warm color. Wow, I feel like I'm really into like orange and yellows. There's like a theme going on here for sure. I have not decided yet. I'm also contemplating on starting a weaving project, maybe a Viking style belt with a ridge heddle. And I mean, that takes a while. So I could either do that. I don't know. It's a bit hard. I think it's harder to start knitting projects for me in the summer because it's warm already, and then I don't know, I don't feel the need to wear wool. I'll have to think on this. But for now, let's leave this video as it is. I know that I haven't posted in a while, so something's better than nothing. And maybe next time you see me, I've chosen a new project.